See a few people in here watching. Who's in here right now? Hi, are you okay? Wonderful. WSP. Don't know what that means. You might have to redefine what you're saying with that. Hi, how was your day? Wonderful, man. Just got off work. Don't look too good. Yeah, a little kind of sick, a little feverish, but I'm not like so bad that I'm down to the point where I'm not gonna get on and stream or whatever. Probably look worse than I am, honestly, but it is what it is. I'm here for the grind, honestly, at this point. Here talking anime, music, games, whatever people are up for looking at right now. What is up? Chainsaw Man. Oh man. What car you drive? A Tesla Model Y. Do you need us to subscribe to you? Yes, that would help a lot, man, if you could. Trying to get to 1,000. I'm like a little under 400 away from the 1,000, and then I'll be home free on the subscriber front. I'm honestly making good headway right now. Like I'm actually really good on the watch time for monetization, but like my subscriptions and whatnot feel like they're lagging behind a little bit. But it is a little harder to get people actually subscribing to your channel. Do you like anime? I love anime, man. I'm assuming Chainsaw Man is probably your favorite anime based on the name. Man, everybody watches One Piece. I haven't watched One Piece yet. Everybody watches it. I even have a friend that's watched one. He said he's rewatched the entirety of One Piece start to finish twice. It's ridiculous. Like it's 1,000 episodes. I would probably watch it, but I just can't have the motivation to get up and watch like 1,000 episodes. Lock in, cuz I'm gonna get locked in one of these days. My work schedule is kind of like, it's not crazy, but right now the work and like my life is literally work, sleep, go to concerts, make these videos, and then that's pretty much it as of recently. Yeah, I'm probably eventually gonna get to it. I mean, I've been meaning to. I started reading One Piece like a minute ago, but I just never actually got caught up with the manga, honestly. I mean, most of what I've been watching as of recently, oh man, I'm trying to remember the last thing I even watched, honestly. because I was watching Gachiakuta for like the longest time, and then I remember I fell off with that for a little bit. I think I left off at like episode 20 something. I'm still waiting for Chainsaw Man to actually come out with more episodes. Cool. Yeah. But there's like so much that I'm been trying to watch. It's that struggle that you know about with it's that struggle with the eternal plan to watch list for your anime. Like, you have a lot of things on your list that you're gonna watch eventually, or that you plan to watch, but we all know you're never gonna get to it. I mean, I think I've had one of my friends keeps recommending me to watch Freezing, and like it's been on my list forever, and I just never got to it. A new Chainsaw Man movie is coming out. Is that true? Is it your favorite? And yeah, I agree. So I'll kind of hit both of those questions in one go, I guess. So, the Chainsaw Man movie. Last I knew, the movie was with Retse, which the like bomb demon girl. I forget exactly what the technical name for it is. So I haven't heard anything about a new movie coming out for that. And I wouldn't say Chainsaw Man is my favorite anime. That's actually kind of a tough thing. I had it on the top of my head like a minute ago in terms of what my favorite anime was. I would have to say Berserk is up there. Yeah, I think in Japanese it's like Retse, because like that's just the way Japanese works, is Retse. I can't remember exactly how they pronounced it. I'd have to go and listen to it again, because I remember I listened to I originally watched the movie in English dub, and usually I watch a lot of my anime and stuff in usually Japanese dub with English subtitles most of the time. But I also self-studied Japanese for like 4-ish years, so I can kind of pick up on like how things are pronounced and all that. But yeah, Chainsaw Man's it's a really good anime, honestly. I've actually been reading it a lot lately, and I'm actually caught up with it, and it's getting crazy. I feel like as soon as they make an IRL show, it is garbage. Yes or no? I feel like that's most of the time with anime converted into live action movies. But it also kind of really depends. There's been a few decent ones. Like I thought Full Metal Alchemist was decent. It wasn't a triple like S gacha pull. Because like the ending of it was a little weird, but like the rest of the movie was like really good for Full Metal Alchemist. The actors I felt were spot on, and a lot of the acting was really cool, and the CGI was also really on point. But it was just the ending that was a little weird, and I don't know why they went with it. I guess maybe to close out the story for the movie so they didn't have to worry about carrying it on afterwards, maybe. And then I thought the Bleach live action movie is kind of decent. The only thing I wasn't a fan of with that is the fact that they really changed around a lot of the story getting towards the end, because I think last time, well, I watched it only like once, but they changed around I think a few things with mainly concerning like the Soul Society thing, and towards the part where Ichigo goes to fight, goes to have like this first meeting with Byakuya and Renji. But yeah, I would agree for the most part that live action anime is just they usually flop really hard. Like Attack on Titan, actually I'll take it back. Attack on Titan, #1 favorite anime. I was struggling for a little bit beforehand to remember, but Attack on Titan, #1 anime. But the live action movie was absolute dog shit. Like the whole beginning, it was just not good at all. I think the actors kind of were good, but the fact that they changed a lot of the story, because a lot of the story in the beginning, it felt more like modern kind of military combat, where they were using more guns and everything, and they hadn't developed the 3D maneuver gear technology yet. So they were only relying on guns for the most part until that part, and then you had the part where Mikasa got stuck in the church, and then they completely removed Levi from the entire movie as a whole. Like, Levi's just gone; he's nowhere to be seen. So we got Captain Shikishima as supposedly our Levi. So that's just my experience with Attack on Titan. I really wish we got a better live action movie, but I don't know if we'll ever get a good live action Attack on Titan, honestly. Project Hail Mary. No, I actually haven't seen that. What is that? Do you know Stray Kids? No, I've not heard of that one at all. A space mission to restore the sun. Oh, Hail Mary. I actually, come to think of it, I think I might have heard that by name, honestly. I see so much stuff on media, honestly, that usually it's hard for me to keep up with on a lot of this stuff. And plus, right now with me doing like content creation on the side and working and all the live music stuff that I go to, it's a little difficult for me to actually go and find time to sit down and really investigate into a lot of the media that's going on right now. Because there's a lot of anime that my friends have recommended me to watch that I haven't really gotten to over the years, because I've just been like grinding and hustling. Because I remember before I started this YouTube channel, I was doing Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash full time for like 10-12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so I really haven't had time to do a whole lot or anything. It's just been like once I get off of work, I go and charge my car. Maybe I'll like watch a movie or something. But so most of the time I don't feel like it's really worth it for me to invest in like a new venture, because I'm pretty sure people are aware that usually when you get to the end of a day of work or something, or you've been doing something that you don't want to do all day, that typically you don't. The last thing you want to do is potentially waste your time on something that you're not going to enjoy. So like, what do? I'm going to go and watch something like a movie or whatever, or an anime that I know that I'm going to enjoy, even if it means I'm rewatching it. I've been trying to get away from that more recently, but it's a little difficult when time's a little stressed. Hopefully it's going to be changing soon. I would hope anyway, because there's a lot of new stuff that I would like to eventually take a look at. We're in the middle class, but they did not answer. So yeah, that's what okay. Yeah, I'm not old enough to understand exactly how you feel, but I hope I am able to kind of compare my life to how you feel. I saved a dog yesterday and I am trained after, and that makes sense. Yeah, hands off to you, man, for saving a dog. I mean, depending on the situation, that could probably be pretty draining too. It's yeah, and you seem pretty self-aware too. Self-aware, I should say, because it's once you get to a certain part in life, it gets a little tough finding time, because like I would say in high school, it's a lot different, because I remember back when I was in high school, like I would get off of classes or whatever, and it still felt like you had all the time in the world to do everything afterwards. But now being out in the workforce and everything, you feel very, very limited in the amount of time that you have. And also there's just such a big amount of choice in the media that you have now. Because I mean, I would say going from what we have right now, so we have like X, you can look at that, Instagram and Crunchyroll, Netflix. I mean, our amount of choices for entertainment is just so, it's just incredibly vast. So sometimes you get hit with a lot of analysis paralysis, and you don't really know what you want to do, and usually you don't end up picking anything. So what are you going to do? You're going to pick the easiest option that you know is going to really, really, really get you the biggest bang for your buck, I guess. Or you're going to choose the comfort options. Jeez, you look like Bang Chan from Stray Kids. Man, you're the second one to mention Stray Kids. I've not heard of this. What is Stray Kids? Thanks. It was stuck in the quicksand and in a creek. The water was freezing and my friends did nothing. Yeah, I agree completely with that. Man, that's crazy, dude. I don't even know if I've been through anything like that, but I honestly, I grew up indoors all the time playing video games for the longest time, so it's I don't have that experience myself. It's a K-pop group? Oh, okay. Actually, okay, I think I know who you're talking about now. I thought you were talking like maybe a movie or something. I haven't heard their music, but I think I have heard that name somewhere before. I don't know if it's the facial hair or something, or if it's just like my look in general that makes me look that way. I've heard a lot though from people. Usually everybody's like, oh, you look like Corbin Blue, or hey, you look like Carlito from WWE, or what's the other one somebody mentioned right offhand? I'm trying to remember. Those are really the top two that people mention. I forget guy's name from Metallica right offhand. One of the guitarists from Metallica. People have mentioned that, and then some other people have also said some guy from Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, I haven't really heard their music at all. I do listen to I'd say a lot, or maybe like a fair amount of Japanese music, but I haven't really gotten into the K-pop scene like that. I have plenty of friends that are into the K-pop scene, and they're like nuts for it. It's crazy. It honestly even astounds me how much K-pop has gotten around in the US itself. Still trying to figure out how to fix chat's place in here. Have you had a pet at all? I have chickens, a dog, and a cat, also a bunch of hamsters. That's crazy freaking work, man. I've had pets before, but definitely not that amount. I've had well, this is back before I moved out on my own. Had a few dogs. had a few cats at some point, and we also did have hamsters at some point too, but we just could never take care of them, and honestly they ended up having to go out to like rescue locations and stuff. One dog we had, we were convinced that it ran away, but my mom said that she was convinced our Chinese neighbors kidnapped her. But I have not had any experience with chickens though. I have actually had one passenger with Uber that had a chicken with her, which that was interesting because like she was literally just carrying a chicken, and the chicken had a diaper on. Hamsters are a phase in life. Yeah, they might be. I mean, it really depends. Because I've seen some people that have they'll have different pets like that. And they're more kind of like one of those niche pets that you have to know how to take care of. And also like they might just be kind of like a phase in life too, just because their lifespan. Because I mean, how long do hamsters actually live? I actually don't know that right offhand, but I know it can't be any more than like 20 years, maybe 15 at most. And that's probably even stretching it, honestly, or being really really generous with their lifetime. But haven't had any since then. I do actually remember a time when we had the hamsters though. 1 to 2 years. Oh my gosh, man, that's crazy, dude. Holy crap, man. That's a reminder that if you ever get hamsters, that you make sure to give them a good life. But yeah, that was kind of like a really long-ish time ago. I do remember having like some. I remember back then having like some kind of food on my hand, and like they would actually like nicking my hands, and one time like it really broke the skin, and I was bleeding profusely to the point where like I was almost considering telling I forget who I was with at that time, but I was considering telling whoever like I was with at that time that I probably need to go to the hospital, because man, it was just bad. But luckily, like I went upstairs, I got the wound washed out, and like at that age, I think I was also lucky too that I kind of had the instinct to know to put to like apply pressure to the wound itself, and to make sure to get it stop bleeding. But it was bad. I still actually kind of have like a scar from that, like on the left finger here. I don't know how clear that is, but it's kind of like along between the knuckles there. They can grow teeth up. Oh man, yeah. Can't they like chew through metal? Trim their teeth? Wait, you're supposed to trim their teeth? Do their teeth like grow back or something, or like do they what's the word? Do they like mineralize or something to that length? Wow, I actually didn't even know that. That's crazy. In a way, yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. I for real didn't even know that. Well, I guess that's a stark reminder to make sure to not how to take care of hamsters more in the future. But honestly, I think if I did get any pet that was that size again, then it would probably be like can't you get rats as pets? I think you can get like pet rats, like domesticated rats or something. Because I've actually seen a few YouTube channels posting about that, where they'll show like pictures, or they'll show reels of them. Hey Luft, remember me. Yeah, I remember you, dude. What's up? Well, I guess I don't even know. I'm just gonna say, dude, because that's what I'm used to. And plus, looking at chat, you're kind of like I just get used to saying certain things. What's up, though? We're in here talking. Well, we're talking anime. I'm not sure if you're still not down for that type of thing. Well, we've actually kind of shifted away from anime right now. We're talking more like what was it, like hamsters and stuff, and WSP, a croc tooth. OMG, we've kind of gotten away from the anime talk right now, but you never know when that's gonna pop off again. Where the other tooth was. Dude, you have like a crazy collection. I feel like you're on a farm somewhere. Cause there's no way you got a chicken, a hamster, a couple cats, a couple dogs, and you're not like on a farm. Either that or like some ghetto side of town. I'll just scroll if you talk about it, bro. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy. We're just gonna start randomly bringing it up eventually. I mean, it's good, kind of good to see that I've got like some loyal watchers, unless you just happen to like pop into the shorts feed and you see me. An amber bracelet from Poland, the largest amber deposit in the world. Oh man! See, now I feel like you're just trying to like flex or you're capping or something, man. Because that's like, what are you doing? How do you have all this stuff? I mean, it's notification. Oh yeah, those go off. Sometimes I forget about those. I mean, for the most part, I plan on streaming around like 5 p.m. every day, as long as I get off of work at the right time. But it's not always a guaranteed, because Uber, like, and you're not always guaranteed to get the rides that you're gonna want to get, or like not everything is gonna pay the best. So sometimes you just gotta take more rides, or you just gotta take longer rides or something. It's 3:18. It's 5:18 where I'm at. I don't know where you're at, but it's 5:18 where I'm at. You must be like, what, isn't that like West Coast time? Maybe a little further. Cali, oh man. No wonder you don't watch anime. Y'all Cali people are weird. My dad travels the world living and brings me back family. Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I could see that. I've actually got, I used to really play a lot of Xbox with a guy. His family was in the military and stuff, and he would bring back like, lots of different stuff, man. Crazy, for like, not even like crazy stuff from overseas like that, but he'd bring back lots of different like foreign guns from other countries, and stuff that he would find on military bases that they just didn't really have a claim on at the time. Watch your mouth. Hey, you man, look, it is what it is. I mean, Iowa, the town where the state that I live in, it's a pretty weird place to a lot of other places too. But then again, most people don't really know about Iowa to begin with anyway. I I think most people that I talk to online, whenever they hear me say, "Oh, I'm from Iowa," they're like, "Where's that?" Like, what? Where are you from? And then eventually I'm just gonna bring up like, "Oh, it's that one state that Slipknot comes from." Maybe that kind of like rings a bell or something, or kind of maybe sparks their interest somewhat, depending if you're into metal or whatever. But no, everybody's into metal, but I know Slipknot is like one of the biggest metal bands out there, so it does draw an eye, and it does help to put a point of reference on the map, I guess, even if nobody actually knows geographically where Iowa is. Military stuff like that. My dad is in the military as well. Man. Okay, I guess that would also explain like a lot of the traveling too. A lot of I do notice that a lot of people in the military get to travel. Well, I guess it's not really for entertainment purposes, but I have plenty of friends in the military, and they're all over the place, like over in Germany and Korea. Had a few messages drop off there. Let me see if I can get that fixed up. Of course, it's going to be difficult with me. Okay, I don't know why chat's messing up here. Okay, there we go. In America. Daniel, what's up, man? Thanks for coming back. Nice to see a lot of loyal followers here. Where have you traveled to? So I really haven't traveled actually a whole lot. Most of my traveling is actually within the U.S. itself. Mainly, well, the only place I've really been to, I'd say technically, is Oregon. I went with my cousin at that time, so we went through like every state just to get there, pretty much, that you would have to go through if you're beelining it all the way there. But we really didn't actually stop in a lot of those places and do any sightseeing. It was just, we just pretty much drove all the way there, and if we had to stop to sleep, then we stopped at like hotels or something. I do remember, I think it was what was it, like Wyoming or something we got to, and I remember that one of the all the hotels in the area that we were in, they were all full. So we literally had to stop at a rest stop. And keep in mind that like we got a full car. There's 5 people in the car, so we had to stop at a rest stop and just freaking sleep right there. And it was so damn packed, man. It was crazy. And honestly, like looking back on it, I think I remember kind of like getting the idea in my head that I should just climb into the back of the car and just like get in the hatchback or something and sleep there, because I was like, there's no way this is gonna be so bad. I'm prepared to Bogany. This viewers, oh, you're a Twitch bot thing. Do you believe in Sasquatch or no? I'm not gonna say 100% if I believe in Sasquatch or no. I think it's it could be possible, honestly, maybe, but I haven't really seen enough evidence to show that Sasquatch really is an actual thing that exists. And I think the thing that really makes it suspicious is just the fact that all the video that you see usually referring to the Sasquatch, it's all usually blurry, or like it looks really crappy, or like it looks really low quality. So I mean, maybe, but it's tough to say. I'm kind of the same way with like the aliens thing, honestly. I mean, I would probably say that I would say I'm more inclined to believe that aliens actually exist, just due to like other planets existing in space and how vast space actually is. And so sometimes things look a little weird even here on Earth. I mean, like, I mean, if you look at like Stonehenge and the design of that, how does that work? How long has that thing been around for, and how were they even able to get all those stones like stacked up? Because I mean, you can't really tell me that a bunch of stone, like large stones of that size, were just like they naturally came to be like that. I mean, maybe just due to like the law of I forget the technical name for it right offhand, but just due to like how odds and chances and stuff work, it technically, yeah, it's possible that like something like Stonehenge could come to be naturally, but it's so improbable that it's almost impossible. The one probe that made it out of our solar system, I actually did. I may have heard of that at some point, but I've long forgotten. What do you know the name of the probe right offhand? Because I know, I think we sent out like quite a few probes over the years, but there's usually they're sent to just other planets to kind of scope them out. Because I mean, don't we have like a probe going around like Jupiter or something like that? Because they talk about like the eye thing on Jupiter, like the storm, I guess the cosmic storm, which really it does fascinate me quite a bit with that. And NASA thinks it sent a warning to Earth about aliens. It was one of the first. Maybe that's referring to like the weird noise that they got, I think. Because didn't we one of our stations get like a weird noise or something, or what seemed kind of like a radio signal frequency? Because it's really kind of hard to say with some of this stuff. And believe me when I say this, a lot of this, like, I really want it to be true. Voyager 2, and yes, okay, yeah, Voyager 2. That's the one that I was kind of thinking of. I just know we've sent out like a lot of probes over the years, so I am quite a bit behind on like a lot of my astronomy stuff, because I remember back in high school I was crazy about this stuff, and even kind of like into my younger adult years I was still pretty heavily into space and all that. But recently I've had to focus on like personal stuff in life, and things just get in the way, and there's like different ebbs and flows with money and whatnot, so sometimes you have to put like your most important needs first before you like get back into looking into that stuff. Because like if I honestly, if I could sit here on stream and talk about that like all day for a thing, then I would love to do that. But right now it's just not a luxury that I have to do that. just like there's a lot of other things I would like to sit on stream and talk about and kind of just bullshit for, but it's tough because sometimes you get like you only get so much time in a day to do so much stuff. Just checking something here real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it gets life gets in the way, man. It's just stuff gets crazy sometimes. I sincerely hope that in the next coming months, once I'm done with like getting my debts in order and bankruptcy filed and everything and done and over with, that I'll have a considerable more amount of time to sit down and dedicate to this. But who knows where the future's going at this point. But I mean, for the most part, like my numbers on YouTube and, well, just I would say YouTube right now are looking really good. Like I got let me take a look real quick. Yeah, I've got like under 400 more subscribers to go. Play baseball and basketball with my friends. I don't really play a lot of sports, to be honest. Like I mean, I'll play basketball like socially and whatnot, but I'm not the best at it, honestly. It's gotten a little harder for me to like move around as it is, which is kind of crazy because I'm 29, man, and like I'm not really supposed to be having joint pain right now or like weird muscle pains. But I mean, here I am right now, and I'm having like some of these issues as it is, and it's just crazy. So I don't know. I also kind of blame like living in Iowa too, because we have a lot of we have a lot of toxic crap that's sprayed here. So I think that's also one of the issues with it too. Honestly, I've been thinking about moving pretty soon to like Arizona or something where we have less like farms for nitrates and pesticide runoff. But like with the sports stuff, man, I cannot dunk at all. I can shoot 2-pointers. I think that's my best point with basketball is 2-pointers mostly. But I'm pretty out of practice with that as it is right now. I can run and I'm relatively coordinated, but I can't do like any of that I can't do any of that fancy like behind the back dribble between the legs, like front to back legs or all that. It's just it perplexes me a little bit. I could probably do it if I actually like dedicated my time and practiced it. I have a hydro garden like on open spaceships. A hydro garden. It's like I think that's the first time I'm hearing of that, honestly. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that term, I would say. I'm assuming you forgot what it's called. Hold up. All good, man. Got all the time in the world for right now. Gonna be charging my car for probably like actually, let me take a look real quick. It says I got 5 hours left to charge in my car, but I'm probably not gonna be here that long. I'll probably be here till like 9, maybe 10 or something. And I'll likely be streaming until then also, because it just gets me more exposure. What's your opinion on anti-nationalism? I haven't looked a whole lot into that to really like have a fully formed, coherent opinion. But for anti-nationalism, I mean, I would say like for right now, you should probably be focusing on like bettering your country, because I think what I've heard from anti-nationalism is more so like and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if like definition wise, but I've heard it's more of like rebelling against what your country's beliefs are, like your country's culture is. But I don't think that's inherently the right thing to do, because at the end of the day, I believe that you want to focus on like your people and overall like making sure that your people are prospering and you're not putting like anybody else before you. And that's just it's 100%, I think that's the human way of doing things. I mean, humans are humans are inherently empathetic creatures where we can empathize with each other, but at the same time, like you have to know when to put yourself first and not like not to have like suicidal empathy, pretty much. He said, bro, what? True. But yeah, that's kind of my uninformed opinion on it. I haven't done a lot of research into it, just because limited time and I'm trying to focus on other things in my life right now. But I prefer my country to put me first as a citizen, and I prefer the citizens of my country to, one, put me first as a citizen, and two, put themselves first as a citizen. Probably a lot of people would see that as like a pretty probably controversial take nowadays, but it is what it is. Suka Blood, welcome to the stream. Raza. I don't know what Suka Blat is. Is that another language thing? Nice. BT. Nice, bro. Must be talking on a like phone or something. I know that autocorrect gets to be a pain. I don't know what it is. I can barely even type nowadays too. Like I'll go to type out a message to my friends or something, and it'll just say something completely different that I did not want to say. What's up, Just Random? Welcome to the stream. We're talking anime, we're talking metal, we're talking mosh pits, general life stuff, opinions on whatever. Feel free to join in with whatever you want, add an opinion. Do you play chess ever? I've played chess pretty casually. It really depends. Usually I'm pretty casual and social with chess. If I'm playing, then usually it's because somebody else invited me to do so. I do have it on my phone, and I kind of practice every once in a while, but I haven't gotten like that dedicated to it to the point where I would say I'm getting crazy at it or anything. But honestly, I do like chess as like a big strategy game, honestly, because that's I grew up playing a lot of video games like that, like RTS, kind of like Command and Conquer, Halo Wars, if anybody knows what that is. And I love those games a lot. I love real-time strategy games. I love using my I love thinking about that stuff a lot and kind of planning around things. But at the same time, the way I play those kind of games is usually kind of simple-minded, because like I remember when I first started Halo Wars, I would pick Captain Cutter, and you could make like different units and stuff that would counteract or like be stronger against other units. But when I started playing that game, it usually what I would do is I would just make a bunch of Marines, which is like the most basic unit in the game, and I would get like 3 Spartans, and then I just go and take down a base on like easy mode, which that's everybody knows that easy mode isn't really like meant to challenge you at all. But nowadays I've kind of gotten a little bit better at it, but I also honestly I have like brain fog issues too right now, so it is a little bit hard for me to wrap my head around those games at this point in time. And honestly a lot of the times too, it's like with a chess, for example, it's really hard for me to think like 3 moves ahead or see like the bigger picture of what's going on, and kind of like analyzing all your pieces and what they can do around around the board, and how they can what they can do at that point in time. But I have a lot of respect for it, and I do love chess, and honestly it's for the people who really are good at it, honestly they have my respect. It's crazy. Not a physical game. It's a mental game, not a physical game. Yeah, it's something that really does challenge you not physically, sorry. It challenges you mentally. But I mean, yeah, even if you're not like a chess person, there are lots of other things that could really challenge you mentally too. It's just usually the human thing to do when it comes to that stuff is a lot. I don't even think, or I don't feel about this way, but it's kind of just a fact that humans as a whole, if you're presented with the easy option, or an option that has less friction, or an option that or the path of least resistance, then usually humans are going to choose that path. And usually it takes a little bit of effort to actually get yourself up and say, hey, I'm gonna do like this thing that's gonna challenge me mentally. You like Pokemon, and if so, what's your favorite Pokemon? Mine is Gyarados. I haven't played Pokemon for quite a while. The last Pokemon game I played, technically, I guess, was Pokemon Go. But honestly, it's probably a hot take on Pokemon Go, but I don't really feel like that's a actual Pokemon game. You can disagree with me You can disagree with me if you want to. Now, I think Pokemon Go can be like a fun social game. It gets you out exercising, which I think that's a good aspect to it. It gets you out walking. It can get you social. I remember when Pokemon Go first came out that like I was walking like crazy. But I think the last generation that I played was Generation 3. That's fair. Yeah. And the last generation I played was Generation 3. My favorite Pokemon game was what was it? It was XD Gale of Darkness on GameCube. And I think my favorite Pokemon, oh man, that's actually a tough one, honestly. I want to say Cyndaquil, because I honestly love Generation 2 the most out of every single one. I liked a lot of things with Generation 3, and I liked the design of a lot of the Pokemon. I remember on GameCube I had Flygon, and I used him and what's his name? It wasn't Lairon, it was like Aggron or something like that. But yeah, Cyndaquil is just badass, man. But yeah, I had Flygon and I had like Aggron, and they were like an unstoppable combo, because in that game it was always 2 tag team battles, so you always had 2 Pokemon out, which I really liked that aspect of that game, because it added a little bit more of a complexity to the game rather than just the normal one-on-one Pokemon battles. And I think at some point in time, didn't they start doing that with the more linear, like 3DS games and stuff? I don't remember that quite offhand. I played Pokemon Moon for a little bit, but I didn't really get into that a whole lot. But I had Flygon, and I had both of my Pokemon. They had an Earthquake, and the crazy part about it is that Flygon was a flying type dragon Pokemon, and so Earthquake couldn't hit him. So I would have Aggron use Earthquake, and it couldn't hit Flygon. And then Flygon could also use Earthquake, but Aggron was was a ground type Pokemon. He's like a ground steel type Pokemon. So when he got hit by Earthquake, it was significantly less effective. I mean, we're talking maybe 5 or 10% of the damage of what that attack would normally do to a Pokemon that's just standard to that attack. So my go-to tag team battle for that was just put both those two out on the field and just spam Earthquake over and over again, and they were just unstoppable. I remember I went through I actually went through all of Mountain Battle with that team, and I completely crushed it. I think the only battles that I had a hard time with were naturally the battles that had ground-based Pokemon. Adam Gilligan. Oh man, I remember you. You were here yesterday. Weren't you here yesterday? I think you were here yesterday. You're here for good things. You're here to see good things. We got lots of good things. We're talking anime. Right now we're kind of talking Pokemon, music a little bit, maybe, depending if anybody's into metal. If not, that's cool too. We're just kind of chilling out, having a chill stream today. Waiting for more people to show up to see if I can get like a sub or get to my goal of getting monetized eventually. Everywhere yesterday. Get locked in on a stream, man. Kamor Step, do you still play Pokemon Go? Cool, gotta go see it tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. Alright, Tyler, thank you for stopping by, man. I should be on probably tomorrow around this time. Maybe. Kind of depends what work's looking like, but appreciate you stopping by, man. Give a sub if you want to stick through. Sorry, man. Sorry, Kamor. I was looking at that real quick. Okay, Pokemon Go. Been playing Pokemon Go for 6 years. I've been really in and out with Pokemon Go over the years. I remember when it first came out, I was hardcore into it. I was really into it. I loved the aspect and the thought of it. But the thing that really burned me was just the battle system and how it's one tap action activated. And I guess my expectation for the game is I really wanted it to be like that RPG battle aspect that a lot of the older games had, pretty much. But I mean, I can honestly understand why they went with the battle system the way they did, because it's more clicky, it's more simple, and it's not overly complicated. So if you're kind of a newer player to the game, or if you've never played a Pokemon game before, then it's just easier to get into it, because you can just keep tapping your phone. And even the combat power system is pretty simple for the most part, and you can get a little complex with it too. I mean, with the what is it, the IVs or something? Because I know if my Pokemon on there are not maxed out on all the stats and everything, then I just get rid of them. And if it's not the only one of that particular Pokemon that I have, I should say, because if I have only one Porygon, which I did at the one point, then I'm gonna keep him around just that way. I could put him as a walk around pet, so I can gather candies and stuff. But even then, with more rare Pokemon like that, it takes a lot of walking just for you to get one candy with them. So it's kind of up in the air on that one. Pokemon is a game everyone could try, but not a game for everyone. Yeah, I'd say that's kind of true. I mean the same thing is true. That same thing is true for a lot of games, honestly. Because I grew up playing Final Fantasy, and it's still a game that I'd say I like to this day. But not everybody likes JRPGs, and sometimes the combat mechanics can get a little complex, because if you've ever seen super bosses on there, some of those can get really crazy, and you've got to know what you're doing. Because I think Ozma's one of the craziest ones. I've always wished they would remake the original games with updated graphics. No, I would say I kind of agree. I mean, I liked Final Fantasy VII Remake a lot, and they redid that game kind of from the ground up, but also like the combat system I think was a little weird too. It was cool that they made it more, I guess, action based, but they kind of retained some of the same qualities of the original with the action based time system, but it was also a little weird that they did it like in order to get your ATB gauge filled up, you actually had to do like your basic attacks, and sometimes it would really like stall fights out, because at some point you would probably try to block an enemy's attack, and you'd probably sit there to stand still because you didn't know what they were going to do, and then you would kind of wonder what would happen if you did attack. And so sometimes it would be a trade-off too, because I remember I played hard mode I played hard mode on that game all the way through the first time, and it was a grind, honestly. Like I think every fight, or almost every fight, you would come out of every single one just barely alive. Honestly, I think I think they do it for a lot of reasons, just to cater to new audiences and also older audiences. So it's kind of one or the other. I think that's also why they do the not the full from the ground up remakes, but like the remasters, where they kind of do some of the graphics a little bit better. You look comfy, bro. Good luck with the stream. Appreciate it, man. Drop a sub if you can. Helps out a lot on my road to 1,000. Do you feel you could play the original card game of Pokemon? Nowadays, very much not. I could not do it. It's a lot of manual thought, and I don't really have the mental speed nowadays to keep up with it. And it's the same way for like a lot of card games too nowadays. I mean, like Yu-Gi-Oh, the physical card game, I really couldn't do that, because I just would lose track of so many different things on the field, or status effects, and what cards I have. It would get to be too much of a mental burden for me. I think that's why I've started to really like more of the electronic based card games, because don't they have like a phone card game for Pokemon, like TCG Pocket or something like that? Because some of that stuff, it's really hard for me to keep track of now, because like I said, I have so much brain fog nowadays that I probably wouldn't be able to keep track of everything on the field as it is, let alone like what moves I wanted to make and all that. All right, Adam, thank you for stopping by, man. Hopefully you'll be around tomorrow or some other stream. I'm trying to stream every day from now on. See two on my feed. Who's still in here? Unless there's just two in here kind of lurking in the shadows. Any good concert soon? Got Lorna Shore a few days. Still looking, well, hopefully I'm gonna be up and running for that one. Still kind of like feverish today, honestly. Fingers crossed that's gonna be good, going good. Honestly, been waiting for this show forever, and it's just like I don't really know the word is for right now. I guess like I've been anticipating it for a while. It's the first time I've seen well, it's the first time I'll see Lorna Shore in like an actual live setting. Let me double check something here. And Tommy, I didn't even know you had a Twitch. I thought you just stayed watching Asmongold on YouTube. Moshpit footage is underappreciated. It'll get up there one day, bro. It's gonna take a minute though. The YouTube algorithm usually takes a while for it to actually usually it takes a minute for the YouTube algorithm to actually start pushing it out to the right audience. And sometimes like what they do is they send out like every time you upload something, they like push out that video to like a test audience to see like who's gonna stay around, who's gonna watch or whatever, who's gonna swipe away. And if like a lot of people swipe away, then usually like it just gets buried in the algorithm. So sometimes it takes like a lot of brute force and just keep uploading the same type of thing, and eventually like the algorithm gets used to showing that type of content, or like it gets used to the different types of content you upload to your channel or whatever. Because a lot of my shorts, like the moshpit stuff, it's been kind of back and forth and up and down on how much viewership it gets. Because like some of my shorts, I know the crowd surfing one that I did, that one got like I think that one got almost 3,000 views. Now 3,000 views isn't doesn't equate to 3,000 engaged views, because YouTube only counts like they show you the total views on your video, but the actual thing that counts for like monetization and all that is engaged views. Yeep, what's up, man? I remember you dropped in yesterday for a little bit. Hit that sub button. Found you again. Won't you sub to me? Because I think when you sub to I think when you sub to somebody, usually it lets you know, unless you just kind of like found you. Ian Odenbach. On it, when I seen Ian, I almost thought you were Ian on YouTube, and I was like, oh my gosh, no way is Ian on YouTube watching my shit. Yeah, 3K views can lead to more exposure. It really depends though. Like if you get 3K views, and I'd say maybe 30% actually stay to watch the whole thing, then YouTube's probably not going to push it as hard as something that gets like 60% in like actual engagement. But that's also why with my shorts, especially the mosh pit stuff, I started doing like 15-second clips instead of like 30 seconds or 1 minute clips, because usually 15 seconds there's a higher probable chance that somebody's gonna stay for like a 15-second clip to see what goes on. And I don't know, for some reason YouTube pushes the short, like the shorter the content for the shorts specifically, is for some reason that just gets pushed into the algorithm longer for a longer amount of time, regardless of like engagement, it seems. Because like those 15, once I started chopping my shorts down into 15-second clips, they just started getting a lot more views on them. Now the engagement on them is still kind of low, because mosh pits are like they're a niche thing in an already very niche genre of music. And I think it speaks a lot for itself that not every single concert that I go to has a mosh pit, or like the pit just isn't open for the entire time, unless you go to something that's really, really popping off. Hi again, Tyler. Oh, Tyler, you're back, man. You got your food. I got a sub, and I was on YouTube Shorts. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool that I think it's really cool that when you do vertical live streams on YouTube, that they get shown in the Shorts feed, because it really helps a lot with like discovery and everything. Because I found ever since I've been doing the vertical live streams on YouTube that it's really helped a lot with discovery and getting people to sub. Because I think since I've been live streaming, I've probably gotten like at least 10 subscribers every single day that I've live streamed. But and in one hand too, it's also kind of I wouldn't say it's a double-edged sword per se, because there's not really much of a downside to it, besides just the fact that since it is in the shorts feed, that it's easier for people to like just scroll past you or whatever, or if like you say, or if you say something that loses interest with them, then they're not as locked in. But overall, it is pretty cool for exposure, and I think that even the short form content is pretty cool for that too, because I've gotten a fair amount of subscribers from my short form content too. It is a little harder to get people to hit that sub button even on short form content. Well, I would say especially short form content, because it's just so easy to like watch it real quick and then not give a second thought, and then you just swipe it and go. They haven't found the right people yet, that's all. Once those mosh videos find the right crowd, it'll be up. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with the short form content, is it can take a while for it to actually find the right people. Because I've seen a lot of YouTubers that actually like they have what I'd say is pretty good content for me, but I'll also notice that they have like lower subscriber counts or whatever, and this is kind of true for YouTube, that there are people on YouTube that will only click on like stuff that has higher views or somebody with higher subscriber counts, because they associate higher views and subscriber counts with content being good. And that's just me being real with it, honestly. And then there's also a group of people that they'll give the video with like 0 views, or like maybe 10 or whatever small amount of views that you would probably see as small as they would give that a chance. So sometimes it takes a little brute force of either one, and there's a couple options here. Either one, you could probably go like the Mr. Beast way, where you try to upload something that's going to appeal to everyone, or if you're not interested in doing that kind of content, then you could probably keep trying to upload the same thing, with like variations. Don't just go and upload the exact same thing all the time. But yeah, it's kind of tough, honestly, because sometimes like you upload a video, it flops because they showed it to the wrong people, and like then your video just didn't get pushed out into the algorithm, because, well, the test crowd just wasn't interested in your video. So then you're back to the drawing board, and you gotta either one, change what you're trying to do, or upload something that's kind of the same of what you did, and hopefully they show it to the right people that time. And sometimes it's you just got to keep doing it over and over again until eventually they show it to the right people that want to see it. But I think that's also why I went from like the vlog type content to music reactions, because like music is a pretty widespread thing and a lot of people enjoy it, and I'm not even just talking like in America per se. Like it's a worldwide thing. So like if you go and look at a piece of music, because I think a fair amount of my subscribers are from Sweden. I got some from Japan because I look at Japanese music. I look at Swedish metal, and I've been looking at like some rap and hip hop with Tom McDonald and Red and Gill, and like some of those people have like really loyal audiences. So sometimes it's just about either one making, again, something that appeals to a lot of people, or just keep kind of brute forcing it until eventually it shows it to the right people. Goob the Tune, what is up, man? Glad you're joining us. We're talking, well, right now we're kind of on like content creation, a little bit of I forget what we were talking about beforehand. I think we were on Pokemon Go for a little bit, and kind of video games, but we're talking a lot of things: anime, games, lifestyle stuff. So, man, welcome to the chat, man. Also, if at any point you want to drop a sub, that's greatly appreciated. On my road to 1,000 right now. Really close, really close. Music, it's life. Yeah, bro, I know. Like I know we listen to like vastly like different things, but like I'd honestly agree that music's very it's very worldwide. Because I mean, like the Tom McDonald stuff I looked at, I was actually surprised there was a lot of Tom McDonald fans from over in the UK, because that was a fair amount of the comments on that. Some of those videos is the European Tom McDonald fans. And the same thing was actually, I think the same thing was actually true for like the Chris Webby video as well, because I think there were a fair amount of like European fans of his too, which is honestly a little crazy to think about, considering how like shadow banned he is on YouTube. And then yeah, Red Gill, well, he's a Welsh artist, but I mean, like he has a fair amount of like American fans too. But it's yeah, I think that's why. I think that's also why I just doubled down on the music reactions overall, because it was just getting more. It was getting more attention than a lot of the other content that I was doing before. So I just ultimately decided, like, well, the music stuff is working for right now, so I'm just gonna double down and I'm gonna go all in on the music stuff for right now, and then probably later on, once I get like monetized, I'll probably try and branch out a little bit. Which, I mean, I've been trying to branch out a little bit. I've been kind of doing like some more talking head type stuff, and I mean, those kind of ish get views, but I think it's also a thing, like I said earlier, with like the test crowds and the videos just getting pushed out to the right people, because the talking head type videos, they can get a little what's the word I'm looking for? Well, they just don't get as much attention because they're not as hyped up, and they don't have a lot of the like fancy editing that a lot of other YouTubers do, where like they like zoom in and they zoom out, and then they do like a instant clipping, where like the camera will start like really close, well, like really far away, and then it just clips in really fast on one scene, which I just don't really like doing that type of content, honestly. I just am not a big fan of it. It does work for some people, and sometimes I do like that kind of content, and I get why like it's necessary in some cases, because I mean, switching context does work, and it gets a lot of people's attention, but it's just not really the type of stuff that I like to watch. I honestly like watching more real life stuff. I like watching, I guess I would say I like watching YouTube for people, not just for content. Because that's honestly a lot of the stuff that I watch nowadays is like I just watch people and like real life stuff and not overly dramatized, like for show stuff. And I think I'm starting to feel like how Asmongold feels on his 6 to 8 hour streams. No wonder that dude's always chugging Dr. Pepper. Freaking mouth gets so dry just from talking so much. quiet. Too quiet. Yeah, that's kind of how it gets with the streams right now, bro. Still small time, so people just drop in and out. Plus, people's attention spans are just kind of like fried right now, so it's tough getting into the live streaming thing. I've got a few people that kind of like, well, I got a few regular viewers right now that kind of drop in and out, but it'll probably take a while for me to actually pick up like pace, because it could take some time, especially with like a lot of the big time streamers out there. I mean, like Asmongold takes up a lot of the viewership on Twitch. Well, it's like Jinxie takes up a huge amount of the Twitch viewership right now, and usually when like they're online and streaming and stuff, I don't expect to get a whole lot of Twitch viewership. But it is kind of strange that I'm not getting like a YouTuber viewership, because I know the vertical live streams on YouTube, they get put into the shorts feed. But it's also kind of a matter of people like are well, if they're looking at the live shorts feed, because like on YouTube they separate like the pre-recorded shorts from the like live recorded vertical live streams. So sometimes it's a matter of people just wanting to see vertical live streams pretty much. But I was kind of looking at some people on the shorts feed, well, on the vertical live streams, and some of them were doing pretty good. Because some of them I seen had like, there was one girl I seen that had like 1,000 concurrent viewers, which is pretty good for YouTube, honestly, if you ask me. But of course, like, everybody knows that girls are just gonna do vastly better at Twitch and like live streaming in general for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's gonna take a little bit for me to take off, honestly. I'm not expecting this to be like an overnight thing. But I mean, with the live streams, I've been getting a fair amount of subscribers, honestly. Because my first 2 live streams, I pulled in like 10 subscribers each. And then the Outdoorsman, what's up, man? Glad to see you're back. What are you up to, man? Kind of a little quiet right now. We had some people in here where we were talking about anime for a little bit, and like other life stuff, games of Pokemon Go. But right now it's kind of quiet. Man, I kind of expected, just being a smaller streamer and stuff. Been fishing. Oh man, what'd you catch? Let me hear what you catch, man. I haven't actually been fishing in quite some time, honestly. I think it was probably like years ago the last time I even went fishing. But it's also not like my favorite outdoor activity. 5 smallmouth bass. I thought those like really territorial fish. Cause I think I went out with one of my friends to go fishing one time, and it must have been like a lucky day for him, because he literally just put on one of the frog the frog lures on it, and he literally just like dropped the hook in, and next thing you know, he got a fish within like seconds. And I was just thinking, like, dude, there's no way. Like, he's just sitting there saying like, oh dude, no, I'm not that good or whatever. But I mean, we were topwater fishing, to be honest, and I don't know if topwater fishing is like the way to go unless you're looking for specific fish or whatever. I don't know. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, can't really expect to like everybody know everything about it, but I think my friend did say they are kind of like territorial fish, because usually you'll catch something like that, and then once you've caught something like that and you throw it back, usually it'll kind of scare away the other fish of that particular kind, if they're a territorial species of fish anyway. I'm honestly kind of hoping once I get a lot of my stuff figured out after well, with my debts and stuff, that I could probably do more outdoorsy type stuff. If not, just do more like outdoor type streaming, I guess. Doesn't have to be too complex, but I mean, it'd probably be a little more engaging than just how have you been today? It's been all right for the most part. I mean, I'm kind of running a fever. I mean, I've had like some slight body chills all day, but it's not super bad that it would stop me from streaming or anything. Because honestly, I'm all about the grind. And honestly, like ever since I've started doing the live streams, I actually look forward to them a little bit more than doing like the pre-recorded videos that I would do with like musical analysis and everything. It's just probably just because it's real-time interaction with people, and you're actually you're having like real-time feedback, and plus you don't got to worry about having like a really weird, unnatural like tone of voice with the camera or anything. But I mean, work was all right too. I mean, it probably took me a little longer than usual, or what I would like it to, with ride requests on Uber and everything. But honestly, that's nothing new with how bad those apps are getting nowadays, because they've just been horrible. I hear riders talking about it all the time, like, oh, Uber and Lyft are getting expensive, or DoorDash is getting expensive. And then on the other side, drivers are like, oh man, the Uber and Lyft aren't paying me enough, or DoorDash isn't paying enough. And it's just like, well, I mean, what are you gonna do, man? These companies, they're just gonna do whatever they have to do to make money at the end of the day. It's sad to say, but it is what it is. Honestly, there is a saying in the gig worker community, especially among Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, that well, I'd say it's more common for Uber drivers, that Uber will never not do anything that will make them money. So if they think they can get away with whatever and it's gonna make them money, then they're gonna do it. Or if they think they can get away, or if they think they can do something they're not supposed to do, but if they feel they can make more money than what it would cost them in the long run to do said thing, then they're gonna do it if they think it'll make them more money. But that's just kind of my general thoughts on it, after being a full-time Uber and Lyft driver for the past like 3-ish years. I think I'm going on almost 3 at this point. Amazon drivers do not pee in bottles. It's propaganda. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I could probably say something about that, but I don't know if I really should. I mean, it's probably all over the Reddit boards, honestly, at this point. But I'm honestly, after having worked there for as long as I did, I mean, I'm almost certain that even the girl drivers probably had to do it at some point. Because like especially if you get stuck out on like a country route where there's no bathrooms within who knows how long, honestly, like what choice do you have besides, like, I don't know, you're gonna have to stop on like a farm road or something and just go. But even then, that's still I mean, you're taking a lot of risk there. Do you play Pokemon Go? Man, you're like I've had a lot of questions with that one, honestly. I used to play Pokemon Go, but I've been off and on with it over the years, just because like I remember when it first came out, I played it a lot. I do enjoy like the exercise aspect of it. I like I would say I like kind of the social aspect of it too, but honestly, I don't see a lot of people I don't really see a lot of people actually meeting over Pokemon Go anymore. And when I first tried it, I would meet some people out while I was walking around, but not everybody was like that. Because I remember I ran into one guy at some point, and he was just he was really weird about it. He didn't really seem like he wanted to talk or anything, and I'm just thinking like, okay, I mean, he's probably, I don't know, probably not used to social activity or whatever, or socializing with people, which, I mean, I'm not like the most socially outgoing guy either, so it's fair. But I mean, he was pretty awkward. You look like you play Pokemon Go. Not so much nowadays, honestly. So sometimes I debate on getting back into it, but it's kind of rough nowadays. I don't do a whole lot of walking around, and I remember when I first started doing Uber and Lyft full time, like I kind of had it back up on my phone because there would be some points in the ride where I would be driving slow enough for the system to register me as walking. So it'd be a really good way to get candies and like hatch eggs and stuff. But even then, like I kind of get bored with doing that because it's just I don't know, I'm kind of weird like that. I like doing things the official way, and like even with a lot of the games that I play, it's I usually have to play them on the hardest difficulty, because my philosophy on gaming as a whole is if I didn't beat the game on the hardest difficulty, then I did not beat that game at all. I have to start carrying a gallon jug of water when I stream. This is crazy how much water I'm gonna go through. Hardest game I ever played. I would almost want to say like something from the Souls series, but I mean that. Honestly, Souls series games are kind of I almost want to say on the easier end for me. Well, I guess some of them can be challenging, but the hardest game. And that is a really good question. I would really have to debate that, actually, if I'm really thinking about it. Because I mean, in one hand, I would want to say like Sekiro, but I feel like there are other games that I've played that were significantly more difficult, but I just can't really think of them right off the top of my head, honestly. And then that gets into like some murky territory, like what about multiplayer games? Because those are a little bit more dynamic. So, yeah, I would probably say like Dark Souls 1 or Sekiro, just for right now, until I can remember exactly which some of the games are that I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. I've seen your dog walk Sekiro. I don't know, man. I mean, I mean, you see me dog walk Sekiro after I practiced up on a lot of those bosses and a lot of those fights afterwards. Cause like that what's it? Sword Saint Ishin fight at the end, that did take me a while to actually get that fight up to, well, I guess to the point where I could actually do it decently enough. But even then, like some of those fights are a little on the harder end, and even some, I think some of those fights, like well, I don't even know if you've seen me do every single one of those fights. There we go. Welcome back, man. Glad you're joining the stream. we're talking anime, we're talking, well, right now we're kind of on the topic of hardest games. I'm trying to remember, like, probably the hardest game I've ever played, but I've defaulted to Sekiro right now just because like I think that's the one that gave me the hardest time just trying to learn it in general. But I mean, like there are other games in the Souls series that I've also had some trouble with, because I think there's a fair amount of boss fights that well, I think there's a fair amount of fights in Dark Souls 1 that gave me some trouble. Most of the fights in Sekiro I learned from watching you. Yeah, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I think I did learn a lot of those fights just from watching like speedrunners and other people do them, which I think is why I kind of picked up on them a little bit faster. Because I honestly, I don't think I really would have figured out how to beat Sekiro if I hadn't have already had some pre-knowledge on like where some of the stuff was and where I could find some of the hidden items and like some of the health boosters and all that. Because I remember I watched Distortion 2 play a lot of it, and Lil Aggie, he's also another guy that I watched play a lot of those speedrun type games. And that's really, I think that's where I really got a lot of that knowledge from, to, well, how to fight a lot of those bosses. Because I think I likely would have learned how to do those bosses on my own. It probably just would have taken some time, because with Sekiro, I think it's probably kind of a hot take on Sekiro, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of people online also that don't really use the Shinobi prosthetic. I think the Shinobi prosthetic in Sekiro is kind of like a waste of time, if you ask me. I think they probably could have done something better. I like the rope aspect and all that, and it was kind of a cool platforming mechanic, but I think Sekiro probably could have done better without the Shinobi prosthetic, and we probably could have gotten something that was better than that. Or I don't even know, even if you just remove the Shinobi prosthetic from the game altogether, it would probably functionally play the same, because at least in my opinion, because I didn't use a Shinobi prosthetic for probably, I don't even know, 99.9% of all the fights, unless I absolutely had to. And that's probably not even an overstatement either. So I wasn't a really big fan of it. I think that's the one thing that stops me from saying Sekiro is my favorite game of all time. It probably is my favorite game of all time in the Souls series, just because I like the fast-paced action, and I like the upgrade and the skills trees and stuff and all that. But at the end of the day, like most of the fights, it was literally just like boom, 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 boom. It was just like, it was a lot of blocking and a lot of basic attacks, and that was it. And maybe like you jumped every once in a while to jump off the top of the enemy's head. But I think they could have done better with that and just completely forgotten about the prosthetic altogether. GTA 5 is the hardest in my opinion. Oh man. I don't know. I really haven't played GTA in like a minute, honestly. I mean, I think some aspects of GTA can be a little challenging, but it's also a different type of game too. And also, I didn't really play. I played the campaign for GTA like once, and then that was it. So I can't really recall on a lot of the missions or a lot of the stories or anything that really gave me a lot of trouble. Oh no, do you have like a mission, or do you have like a particular mission or something that gave you a lot of hard time or something? Because I just haven't played GTA in so long now that I can't really remember much about that game. And I know the online got really, the online, it just got so weird with the money and the stores and stuff, and I wasn't happy with it because sometimes the game just felt like a part-time job or sometimes a full-time job to even get money on there. The intro mission. I don't know. I didn't really have a lot of trouble with the intro mission on GTA 5. I mean, maybe there's. I mean, maybe it depends on you guys too, because I don't know your specific circumstances or like what your level of skill is with gaming and stuff, or whatever else is going on. But I didn't really find the intro mission to be too terribly hard. But then again, that is also me speaking as a guy that's I played other GTA games, and I've also played. I grew up kind of playing like racing games too, like Need for Speed Underground too, and so I'm kind of used to how a lot of the driving mechanics work. Although in GTA 5, to be fair, like the driving mechanics, they were I'd say that like they significantly improved them to the point that they were they were probably a little more lifelike, or the closest to lifelike that you could be at the time. Especially for like rain and snowy days and stuff, because in rainy, snowy days in GTA 5, you would actually go sliding if you hit the brakes suddenly on your car. Yeah, I didn't really have much trouble with it, honestly. But I mean, I don't know, maybe I would have trouble with it nowadays because I just haven't played games in so long now. I honestly, at this point, I'm convinced that the only thing that would probably get me back on games is probably just me streaming them, and that's about it. Because a lot of games I've just gotten, I've just really gotten bored with them. There's some people that in my life that say like, oh, like you'll probably be back to gaming sometime, or like, oh, you're like, well, nostalgia or this, or well, you just haven't found the game or whatever. It's just, no, I've just really gotten bored with them, man. When we playing, whenever I get a gaming system, bro, or whenever I get like a laptop or something, but that's kind of a ways off because I just can't really afford it right now. I've been looking at laptops and stuff, but like as it is right now, it's just. I've got a lot of financial stuff that I've got to worry about in my life, so it's really hard to say when. But I've been kind of looking at MacBooks too, and like there's some reasonably priced MacBooks. Because I know some people are a little miffy about Apple products, but I think for the most part, some of the newer MacBooks, they're all right. They're they're probably, well, not even probably, they're significantly less customizable than like laptops that you would get from like Best Buy that aren't in the Apple brand or whatever. So I've been looking at some of that. It's just also finding a laptop that'll run like that will multi-stream and whatever, and that also will play graphically intense games also. But I don't know. Also, with you being back and playing WoW, it probably might be the best time, because I mean, it would probably go hard on stream if like we did like a duo classic type of thing. Because I've been thinking about it more like maybe I don't know. Because that part of me was like, man, it'd be kind of cool to play like a druid and then go like co-op mode or whatever on it. Plus it probably help you on your mage too, because I know I know how long it takes for you to get that freaking mana bar back up. Do you play Fortnite? I haven't played Fortnite in quite a while now. I think last time I even played Fortnite was back. I think it was back when they added like My Hero Academia to, well, yeah, the My Hero Academia skins and the Dragon Ball skins and all that. But even then, it was very short lived, and I think that was also around the time they added the no build mode. I never actually got to try out the no build mode though, so I didn't really have much thought on it. But I mean, I don't know. There's some people that would say that they liked Fortnite back before it, back before, what was it, like chapter 2, when they got a lot of the mainstream like skins and stuff. I can't. I love a lot of mana these days. Tommy, I'm not on my. I'm not able to do anything with this guy. Can you like ban him or time him out or something? This is gonna get annoying. Dude, I don't know why you're in here spamming, dude. This makes no sense. Like, you could do literally anything in the world and you're just sitting here spamming chat. Alright, you're all good, man. That's cool. Gets me a little watch time, gets a little engagement, and it helps a lot, man. Man, I'll probably be streaming for like a few more hours. Yeah, dude, I don't know why you're in here spamming, dude. You're lucky that I'm on my phone right now and I gotta ask a moderator to actually get you out of here. Brother just face planted. What are y'all even playing? On the floor. Oh man, that's rough. I want to make sure he's not too hurt, man. Trying to see if there's I don't know. Trying to see if there's a setting to where I can ban somebody. What's up, Chainsaw Man? Welcome back. We've been all over the place in terms of conversation topics right now. Kind of got into hardest game territory. Gone away from the anime talks. Well, for right now anyway. Who knows if those are gonna come back. I was trying to figure out what I was even on about just a little bit ago. I don't know, there was something with the can't even this is like the most annoying thing with multi-streaming from Streamlabs is I don't know how to ban or time somebody out. Basketball, what's up, man? We're troubleshooting some issues here, but we're currently in the middle of like anime talks, gaming talks. Give me 1 sec, guys. I've got to figure something out here because I'm tired of this dude spamming. Honestly, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hop over straight to YouTube instead of multi-streaming so I can get rid of this guy. I'll be back online. Give me a second.